like FIFA4. All the kids sing along like EIO. Every time when they see my show, thinking that it happened overnight. Yeah, didn't. In it for the long haul flight. Committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite. I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite. They timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight. I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite. Cause I'm timid. Look, couldn't be me. Pa' mi frequency, te frequently. Matando esto con sabor y efficiency. No gasto tiempo, waste no time, not my money. Boss, baby, CEO.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll get a look here at Caleb Williams. He's fourth in the NFL in passing touchdowns this season. It's the Bears and the Cardinals, and it's coming up next.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight. Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Cardinals now getting set to go offensively, and it'll be the dual-threat quarterback Kyler Murray leading the way.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception, didn't have a touchdown to offset it, but the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
The drive will begin with a run by Benson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now the numbers for Benson in last week's ball game, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. You look at this Bears defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Murray. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Kyler going to give this to Benson. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Montez Sweat with a tackle. 2nd and 7. Murray now. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Murray now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 35. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Murray. This one deep for Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. Open man here is Benson. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers. Because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, and that last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. Looking left side. That's caught by Moore. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's Williams. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken around the 12. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Benson. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Murray. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Benson. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. First carry now for Justice Hill. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this Bears defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
Here's Murray. That is caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On first down, it's Benson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. From the 35, here's second down and 1. Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now Murray off play action. Throw left side, caught by Ryman. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that will bring up second down. Throwing now is Murray. He finds his man, complete. It's Benson, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Trey Benson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 10 catches, 96 yards, and a touchdown.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Looking to throw is Williams. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Taken in at the 22. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The football going back over to Arizona now. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jervon Dexter able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now Murray. Catch made right side by Wilson. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Murray going to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr., his first touchdown on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Off the play fake, it's Williams. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Cardinal offense takes back over. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Murray. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 17-0 our score after 1.
17-0 our score.
Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. Play action. Now it's Murray. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. They run over center with Benson. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. A give left side for Benson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And the Bears are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
The Chicago offense set to get started. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll go play action here with Williams. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. To the air, Williams. And a quick throw here that's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The Bears on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Santos' kick is up and through, and they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So here are the Cardinals to take over. Last week they defeated the Broncos, and they've got the lead here as well as they work with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Oh, the return is Scott. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Bears take over. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. The Bears at 3-1 here through the first 4 games. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And they were able to tough it out last week. A close one-score game. And those are the kind of wins that pull you together as a team because everyone gains confidence and they feel like they can continue to get better.
41 yards rushing for him now to this point. Now 2nd and 3. On play action, here's Williams. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. To throw, Williams. And that one too wide and incomplete. Garrett Williams, the one who was there on the coverage.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll go again with Benson. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
To throw is Murray. Able to get this one to McBride. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. A give up the middle with Benson. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Shotgun snap and a give to Benson. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. Now 2nd and 9. Up the middle, it's Hill. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 33. Give him 18 on the play.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Murray now. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 25, here's 2nd down and 2. Here's Murray. That's caught. It's the tight end Lyman. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Again, they'll throw with Murray. He's got his tight end. That's Ryman. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Tip Ryman from 19 yards away. And the Cards take a 3-touchdown lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. To throw, it's Williams. Short throw to Smith. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 2nd down and 6 now from the 26. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Play action. Now Williams. And it'll be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cards are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, it's going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
After the turnover, here's Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. From the gun, Murray. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st. Throwing now is Murray. He's got his tight end McBride on the out route. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 2nd and a couple. Shotgun now from Murray. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
DJ Moore headed back out as the Bears take over on possession.
He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Looking to throw is Williams.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
That is caught.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one.
Here's Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Cardinals are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last two drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace,
fights through, and now a crease. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for 28 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Murray going to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
2nd and 10.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
He'll get that complete to Harrison.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 33.
Bates' kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. will begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And they are nearing halftime with the Steelers out in front. George Pickens, a touchdown reception. From there, we're off to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. It's Anthony Richardson, the Florida man, with 3 touchdown passes.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Bears offense and Caleb Williams set to go to work once more. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Looking to throw. Williams. He's got the connection to Moore. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. The Cardinals offense and Kyler Murray headed back out onto the field. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Play action. Now it's Murray. Open man here is Benson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down. A give up the gut to Hill. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
A give. Here comes Benson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now Murray off play action. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Scott to return it. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense and DJ Moore headed back onto the field. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. To the air, Williams. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. 2nd and 9. Throwing is Williams. That's complete right side to Komet. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Here comes the Bears punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. .46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Murray now to throw. Flushed out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the 1st drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Running out of the gun here with Benson. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The Bears offense ready to get going again. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
On play action, here's Williams. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Back to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
At the 16-yard line.
Throwing again here, Williams. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Drew Sanders. And the Cards are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start the drive with Hill. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
To throw, it's Murray. Pass complete there to Harrison. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. On play action, it's Murray. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. On the give, it's Benson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Another run here with Benson. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. Here comes 3rd down and 7. To throw is Murray. They set up the screen to Hill. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He'll look to set up his blockers. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To throw, it's Williams. And his throw here is incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
That's good. Bears, first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
At the 31-yard line.
Play action. Now Williams. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Off the bootleg, it's Williams. And he's got the hook up to Moore. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Here's Williams. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. To the air once more. Williams. That pass complete to Moore. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down. Looking to throw is Williams. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Back to throw again. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Flush to his right. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Caleb Williams. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Cardinals offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
Throwing now is Murray. He completes it to Wilson. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. A handoff here to Benson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
They fake the handoff. Now Murray.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 43. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second and third levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Now it's Benson. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 75 yards rushing now as he's done it on 22 carries.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
That's complete to McBride.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On the handoff, Benson running right.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OT.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Jervon Dexter
able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Shotgun now from Murray.
Throw left side, hauled in by McBride.
That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Benson.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They've definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on 3rd and goal.
Bates' kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.